Okay, we are back with the fourth part of the chapter, The Tiger King. Let's quickly, within a minute, revise what we had done in the earlier classes. In the first part, we come to know about the prediction of the astrologer that the Tiger King's death is in the hands of the tiger. Right? In the second part, we come to know about the upbringing of the Tiger King in a very English manner, and he's when he comes of age, that is when he becomes the king, he starts killing. He comes to know about the prediction and he starts killing the tigers. The first tiger, after he kills the first tiger, he calls the state astrologer and asks, what now? And the astrologer challenged him by saying that you may kill 99 tigers, but your death is in the hands of the 100th tiger. If this does not happen, if my prophecy is proved wrong, then I will leave astrology altogether. Then becomes the tiger hunting, and Maharaja becomes obsessed with killing, with the idea of killing 100 tigers. Okay, and he starts killing the tigers one by one. He declares a royal decree that nobody will kill or even throw a stone at the tigers. Okay, it is only Maharaja who has the right to kill the tigers. So one day what happened, a British officer wanted to hunt a tiger in the Pratibandapuram. If not hunt, he was even ready to allow Maharaja to hunt, but he would just take a photograph of the carcass of the tiger holding, and he would be holding the gun. Okay, but the Maharaja did not allow that, even thinking that that would pave the way for other British officers to come to Pratibandapuram with the same demand. And after that, he realized that he is in the threat. That means his kingdom might be taken away, and that is why, to appease, to please the British officer, and not to encourage him to think angrily on the king, what does he do? He uh, ordered some 50 diamond rings and sends the whole lot to the officer of the, sorry, to the wife of the British officer, expecting that the lady, Durasani, would choose one or two diamond rings. Instead, what she does, she keeps all the 50 diamond rings and sends a thank you note to the Maharaja. The Maharaja is stupid enough to say that thank God they have taken the rings and they have not come for my kingdom. What Maharaja did not realize that it costed the treasure, the royal treasury, some 3 lakhs rupees of loss. Okay, so the Maharaja is not at all an efficient king. Okay, let us continue with our fourth part. So Maharaja's tiger hunting goes on for 10 years. Okay, so for 10 years he could kill 70 tigers, and then suddenly the tiger killing came to a standstill. Why? Very important. Within 10 years, Maharaja has killed 70 tigers of Pratibandapuram, right? And now it has come to a stop. Why? Because no tiger is left in the kingdom. Okay, so look at the ecological damage that the Maharaja has done. The tiger population became extinct in the forests of Pratibandapuram. And this is the humor again. Who knows whether the tigers practiced birth control or committed harakiri, or simply ran away from the state because they desired to be shot by the British hands alone? No, this is again satirical. Okay, the author is saying that the author is outrightly, he is not telling that it's because of Maharaja. He is telling that maybe the tigers have stopped populating, maybe the tigers have stopped giving birth. Okay, maybe the tigers have committed harakiri. Harakiri is a, I think, Japanese way of committing suicide, where a person just slits himself open right horizontally, okay, from the middle. So this is a satire. The author is saying it perhaps it is because the tigers have become extinct because they have stopped populating, or they have committed suicide, or they have just run away from the Pratibandhapuram, from the kingdom, because they wanted to be dead in the hands of British alone. look at the satire. It is very interesting. Okay, so since there were no tigers left in Pratibandapuram, now the Maharaja decides to marry. You all know, you have read in history that in the olden times, a king takes the decision to marry a princess based on his territory. Like it was more for a territorial expansion. Suppose a king marries the princess of a state, that state becomes his territory, right? So it was more a mode of more a medium of territorial expansion. But here, quite opposite to that, the Tiger King decides to marry a princess from a princess of a kingdom which has got tigers in it, most numbers of tiger population. So, even his marriage decision is blinded by his obsession. He wants to marry the princess of a kingdom with the most number of tigers. Okay. Now, before reaching that decision, there is a very humorous conversation between the Dewan Sahab and the Maharaja. This conversation itself tells us that just like the Maharaja, the Diwan Sahib and the Dewan Sahib representing the courtiers, okay, he is also a very stupid person. Okay, so students, this one, while reading, I will not go line wise. I will repeat the dialogues of Maharaja and the Diwan Sahib. So please follow it accordingly. Otherwise, you will lose the humor and the comic part. Okay. One day, the Maharaja sent for the Diwan. Diwan Sahib, aren't you aware of the fact that 30 tigers still remain to be shot down by this gun of mine? Your Majesty, I am not a tiger. Which idiot would call you a tiger? No, I am not a gun. You are neither tiger nor gun, Diwan Sahib. I summoned you here for a different purpose. I have decided to get married. Your Majesty, I have already two wives. If I marry you. Don't talk nonsense. Why should I marry you? What I want is a tiger. Your Majesty, please think over it. Think it over. Your ancestors were married to the sword. If you like, marry the gun. A tiger king is more than enough for the state. It doesn't need a tiger queen as well. Ha 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 ha. Loud crack of laughter. Okay. I am not thinking of marrying either a gun or a tiger, but a girl from the ranks of human beings. First, you may draw up statistics of tiger populations in the different native states. Next, you may investigate if there is a girl I can marry in the royal family of a state with a large tiger population. Okay, so how do you understand that not only the king but even the courtier, the Diwan Sahib, is also a very foolish person? The Diwan Sahib was called by the king and told that I still have 30 tigers remaining. Okay, brandishing his gun means showing his gun. Okay, displaying his gun that I have to kill. I still have 30 tigers to kill with this gun of mine. And the Diwan Sahib got scared at the sight of the gun. Why? Because he was thinking that the king is thinking him to be a tiger. That is why he clarifies, no, 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 I am not a tiger. Then again he clarifies, no, 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 I am not a gun. Okay. And then when the king says that I have called you because I have decided to get married, the next thing that the Diwan mistakes is that he thinks the king is hinting at marrying the Diwan. He says, I already have two wives. If I marry you, then he says, what I want is a tiger dot dot dot. Here this means disruption in the, sorry, interruption in the dialogue. So the here the Diwan thought that maybe the king is talking about marrying a tiger. Okay, that is why he says that if you want, you can marry the gun. Your ancestors were married to the sword. Okay, we don't need a tiger queen. So through this change of dialogues, we can understand how basic the IQ level, the intelligent questions, the quotient, the intelligence of the Diwan Sahib is. Okay, and then the Maharaja clarifies this one. Okay, here marriage is also taking place because of his obsession. And eventually what happened, Devan followed his orders. He found the right girl which possessed a large number of tigers. So each time the king visited his father-in-law, he killed 5 or 6 tigers. Okay, each time the king Jilani Jangjang Bahadur uh, visited his father-in-law's kingdom, he killed 5 or 6 tigers. In this manner, 99 skins adorned the walls of the reception hall in the Pratibandapuram palace. So the count has come to 99 now, just one short of the century. Okay, we are stopping here. In the next chapter, we will continue with our part 5.